I don't get it as much, which is weird because I don't normally go as low as I do in anime, and a little bit higher voice. So a lot of times, they won't realize, and I, again, like we were talking, I don't have this huge fan base because I play villains, and they don't garner as much as the pretty young boys, and mad scientists and dictators don't tend to draw a lot of love, so.
Monica and I were at the MC Chris show, and actually, it's funny because MC Chris, is such a Cartoon Network deal. So people were recognizing her voices, not Hello Kitty, Milk-chan. They were recognizing her voice from Milk-chan, and then I almost got in a fight with the guy, and that's actually what ended it. And I was ready to throw a punch, and this guy goes, "Wait a minute, you're Greg Ayers, aren't you?" And I was like, "Ayers, yes." He's like, "Oh, dog, I drank with you at Anime Fest." And I'm like, I was like, "What?" And he's like, "Oh man, let me buy you a drink." He got mad because I was trying to get past him and I spilled his beer, and he got stupid. But yeah, in certain places you were more likely to be spotted than others.
I did move, like when I moved to Houston, I switched apartments.
Oh, the Barry's Pizza guy.
There was a Barry's Pizza across the street, and I moved. I was in sweats, no makeup, dirty, like dust bunny sticking to my shirt. And I went to go get pizza, and the waiter came up and started talking to me. He goes, "Are you Monica Rial?" And I thought, okay, this is either somebody from high school that I don't remember or Beth. And I'm like, "Yes." And he's like, "Oh my gosh, it's like with Akon, blah, 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 blah." I'm like, "I look terrible. Don't take any pictures. I'll talk to you forever."
I had one similar to that. It just made me think. When I drive back and forth to Funimation, it's a 5-hour drive. It's a pretty decent drive. And so sometimes it's 5 o'clock in the morning, and I get up and drive till 10 a.m., and then I have a session all day. Well, so I hit every crappy truck stop on the way there and drink as much leaded coffee as possible. Well, there's a Wendy's in Corsicana.
Yes.
And it's one of those Wendy's that's attached to a gas station even. In the middle of Corsicana, Texas. I had a friend with me who was just going to make sure I didn't fall asleep and run off the road, my friend Blaine. And he was wearing a Silent Hill shirt. And when we were going to order our food, the guy goes, "Oh my God, I love your shirt." And I go, "Yeah, he's a total gamer." And I go, "You a gamer?" And he goes, "No, I'm an anime fan." I go, "That's kind of funny. That's where we're headed to Funimation." And I felt safe saying that because Corsicana, Wendy's, early in the morning. And he's like, "Oh my God, are you Greg Ayers?" And I was just like, I love that nobody can say my last name. And I was getting food. I was in the middle of placing an order. And I go, "Actually, yeah, Greg Ayers. Do you?" And he goes, "Oh my God, I love pre-tier. You're not really Greg Ayers." And I had to like open it in my wallet and show him my ID. I'm like, "Yeah, dude, I swear to God." Well, then the weird thing is his manager let him take 15 minutes off. So the whole time I was eating, he was like, "I think it's so cool." I was like, "Oh man, why didn't I just say no?"
I just have to add.
It was funny.
I just have to add real quick the Ayers thing.
Oh God.
I was at I believe it was
Anime Iowa.
Anime Iowa, and we were getting ready for a panel, and I try to get everywhere early. And this girl in the front row was so excited, and I said, "Oh, cool, you're excited." She said, "Yes, I'm going to get to meet Greg Ayers." And I said, "Actually, it's Greg Ayers." And she said, "No, it's not." And I said, "No, his name is Greg Ayers." She said, "No, it is Ayers." I said, "Look, I'm his older brother. We say Ayers. That's what it is."
I love hearing
Don't
all
argue this
the
with me.
mispronunciations of everybody's name. Monica Ryle, Kyle Hebert.
It's Swale, and I'm Swally, I'm Swaley, I've been Swahili, which is a bit of a stretch. It spells like it sounds.
I never hear anybody say your last name wrong.
You know what the funny thing is? Everybody pronounces
salespeople do.
weird.
Yeah, and Aaron doesn't get pronounced.
Yeah, Aaron's name never gets marred.
My
salespeople
I did
call
like the
me
consonant house. They had. Oh, sorry.
Sorry.
Oh, what?
What did they say? I want to hear about how they mispronounce your name.
Yeah.
They're like salespeople call and they'll be like, "Can I speak to Mr. Dismuke? Dismucky?" It's terrible. I'm just like, I just hang up. Or I'll yell things.
All the anime fans know how to pronounce my name. Like, Clinkenbeard should be the hardest one up here,
But it's spelled the way it sounds.
It's spelled the way it
though.
sounds, yeah. It's a very straightforward name.
That's a terrible name.
I know.
Oh my god!
I know, believe me, I know.
I
If
was
it wasn't
gonna
a
get
good
married
story,
so
I wouldn't have
fast.
kept it all these years.
I like it.
And my middle name is
Clinkenbeard.
Smith. It's
Is
like
what?
my parents just didn't love me.
Smith is your middle name?
That's why Sonny calls me Smitty. Smith.
That's crazy. I didn't know that.
Yeah. Colleen Smith Clinkenbeard. My loving parents.
Sounds like a
Look, she looks like she could hurt somebody when she says that to my loving parents.
I'm taking suggestions.
I like it. It's very easy to say, and you have to almost smile. Clinkenbeard.
Yeah,
Like
yes.
your teeth have to show to say
Yeah,
it.
Colleen,
I just think
smile with
nobody
us.
will forget it.
It kind of sounds like a superhero's alter ego
Yeah.
too, so I kind of dig it.
And then, what would the hero be, though?
Smith.
It's good.
Hey guys, we do have about 12 minutes left. Just wanted to let you know.
Speed round.
I have a question actually for Greg. I myself and some of my friends are very into digital music and DJing. I'm just wondering, do you have any advice for computer programs or equipment to get?
I'm not a fan of laptop DJing at all. I can recommend things that help. One of the things about being a DJ, if you saw this show last night,
I saw
think
you
it's.
didn't use a laptop, and
Yeah,
I don't like laptops myself.
Well, no.
I have friends who do. but-
I hadn't finished. One of the things is, I think that if you're going to get on stage in front of a bunch of people, you should give them something to see.
Yeah.
You should perform as well as do your job. And it's really hard to get people excited when you look like you're reading your email. So, and I call them World of Warcraft DJs, because they're like,
I'm sorry, I've got to go. I've got to go to my solo panel. Thank you guys so much.
hi, Chris.
Do you have any advice for equipment to try and get away from that? 'Cause-
Yeah. There's interfaces that, like, let's say for instance you don't have the means to get a CD deck now, and you're using all electronic music. There is a program called Serato. Now it's not cheap. There's programs called Serato, and it interfaces with hardware. And as much of a non-fan as I am of what? Monica's ticklish. As much as I'm not a fan of Newmark has a system, and I wish I could remember the name of it. It's the IO something or another, but it connects to your computer, and it gives you the basic tactile interface that a CD DJ uses, and you have software readout. But all the DJs that are software DJs generally use Serato or Traktor. And those are it. But what I would say is if you're wanting to DJ parties and you're wanting to be a performance DJ, because a club DJ can do whatever they want. I used to work in clubs, and you're trapped away in a little dirty room, and sometimes nobody ever sees you. So you could show up in your underwear and do that. But if you really want to be like a party DJ or a festival DJ, you definitely want to bring something to the stage. And the other thing I would tell anybody that wants to be a DJ to always remember, it's not about being a big superstar like that cheeseball Tiesto. It's about being in the audience and having a good time with everybody. So yeah, rock on, dude. Good luck with it. When you start moving towards CD decks or other things, write to me. I lovingly geek out on music stuff, because it's stuff I don't get asked about a lot. So yeah.
My friend said you're on Facebook. Can I contact you there?
You can find me on Facebook.
Nice.
The easiest way to find me on Facebook, in fact, I'm going to do something questionable. There's a group called Greg Ayers Flipped Me Off, and that's the easiest way to find me on Facebook. So now you can all join. Yeah, that's it. I want to get the Greg Ayers Flipped Me Off group bigger than the Greg Ayers Fan Club on Facebook. I think that would be awesome. Oh wait, is that a picture? Oh no, I'm not gonna do it for the camera. That'd be too much.